I have this weird thing about never finishing my art. I kind of like how they look unfinished. My style, I guess, would be like unfinishedism, but I'm gonna try to go back to some old drawings and finish them. This is a drawing of Hanzo that I did a couple years ago. I did use a reference photo. I just found it online. I'm not quite sure who the artist is, so if you do know, you can go ahead and tag them. Hopefully they like how this turns out. Actually, I kind of ruined it and tried to save it, but actually with the end result, I am actually quite pleased with how it turned out. A little on the messy side, but it's the first time I tried inking something like this, so it's a learning process. Hopefully, I get better. But anyway, in this first part, I'm just kind of finishing the drawing, and then I'm gonna actually try to color it or paint it, ink it in, or whatever. Um, I start with the outline, and I actually really liked it with just the outline without coloring it in. All the details and everything, I feel like I just like ruined it. Uh, anyway, you'll see. I'm using a fountain pen to do my inking. I really like fountain pens. If you see my other work, I do a lot of calligraphy. So I love the line variations that you can get with a fountain pen. So it's kind of hard to do. You have to have kind of a really light hand, so you don't go blotchy. Um, but I don't know. I like using it. The one I'm using right now is a Mont Blanc, and I actually switched out the nib with a more fine point nib because I actually broke my old nib. um, I have a video on that somewhere on my TikTok, of replacing the nib. I kind of want to send it in and get a better nib, but I don't want to be without my pen for a couple months. Anyway, this is actually my first long video of my drawing process. So hopefully I'll be able to do more of these. I'm actually wanting to go back and do the same thing to my previous drawings. So at least I have more videos. So if you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna try to make a lot more of these videos for my YouTube, and then the shorter ones on my Instagram and TikTok. Okay, so here is where I start um, adding water to the drawing. I like how it kind of made some of the shaded parts gray. I feel like I should have stopped there. Adding water is supposed to, make it so that when you add the ink, it'll flow better. It won't be as blotchy. But I think I should have just left it this way. Though um, some parts I put too much water, and you'll see when it starts to dry, it starts to discolor, and like the ink gets kind of purple, and some of the ink spots start to bleed. So I figured, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and do some darker blacks and color it. But I just think I should have stopped before this and just left it the way it was. At this point, I'm looking at that big blob of black hair and I'm like, no, I think I ruined it. So I ended up making some heavier strokes, to kind of match more of that big, bold, blobby black. um, and actually, I think I just kept, the more I started adding, the more expressive I got with it. And I think I like how it turned out. So I'm just gonna let it play. At this point, I think I was like, okay, you know what? F it. I'm just gonna go all in and just put ink everywhere. And it started looking better. So I kind of kept going with it and adding more details. I fixed that blob on the fish down on the bottom on the tattoo. Um, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and color in the hair. I lost all the detail, all that work a while ago, but you can kind of see it with the pencil. I'll show you later. Um, this is my first time actually using ink like this, so it's a learning process. I'm hoping I'll get better. Let me know what you think. Do you like it? Do you like the old version? Did I ruin it? I think it's okay.